Philadelphia, and we are taking a look back. And folks, we have got ourselves a broom, and we have got ourselves a record. Phillies 3, Padres nothing. Final game of the series at Petco, 3-0. That is a sweep. And Cristopher Sánchez just set the Philadelphia Phillies franchise record for consecutive scoreless innings. 44 2/3. 7 shutout innings tonight, 9 punchouts, no walks, 100 pitches. He passed Grover Cleveland Alexander Craig. Pete Alexander, the Hall of Famer, set that record as a rookie in 1911. 115 years it stood. And tonight, on a Wednesday afternoon at Petco Park, Cristopher Sánchez took it from him. Trea Turner caps the 9th with a solo shot. Jose Alvarado closes the door. 29 27, Craig.
Evening, Jack. 3-0. Sánchez was unhittable from the 3rd on. He threw to contact early, gave up 6 hits, mostly soft, didn't let a man pass second base. 9 punchouts, no walks, and the streak went from 37 2/3 coming in to 44 2/3 going out. He passed Alexander somewhere in the 4th inning. The man pitched a clinic.
A clinic and a piece of franchise history. Craig, Sánchez has not given up an earned run since the first inning of April 30th. 5 clean starts in May and the back end of a 6th out in San Francisco. 45 punchouts in May alone, 3 walks. That is not a pitcher, Craig. That is a closed door. And we have passed the Nationals into 2nd in the East, and we are 1 game back of the wild card. The cherry on top.
5 clean starts and 5 2/3 on the back end of his April 30th. The Giants put up 2 in the 1st that night, and nobody scored on him since. The record that just fell, Pete Alexander, 1911, 41 innings flat. Sánchez is at 44 2/3. The 7th highest single-season scoreless streak in baseball history.
Before we get further in, write the man. Jack at thecaptainjackshow.com. Tell me where you'd rank Cristopher Sánchez right now in the National League. Top 3? Top 1? Tell me anybody better. The inbox is open, and I am taking submissions.
Soliciting rankings on a Wednesday afternoon win is a real Jack move.
It's the only time you can solicit, Craig. Nobody writes after a loss except to yell. I want the love letters today.
Levels are good, fellas. Phones are lit. Lots of celebrating callers out there. First one's ready.
Hit me, Kevin. Set him through. Sweep night. The people want to talk.
First up, Reggie in Camden.
Captain! Reggie in Camden! 3 games, 10 runs allowed. The Padres scored 3 in the whole series, Captain. 3!
Talk to me!
Cap, I went back and looked. The Phillies have outscored the Padres 10-3 over 3 games. 3 nights. 10 runs for the offense. 3 runs allowed by the pitching staff. That is a championship-shaped series, Cap. 3-to-1 run ratio. I've got it on the chart.
Reggie, I don't know what a championship-shaped series is, but 10-3 sounds correct.
Craig, it's a number you start to see in October baseball, that ratio. 3-to-1. You don't get to it against a team like the Padres unless your rotation and your bullpen are aligned. Captain, this rotation is aligned. Sánchez today, Nola last night. Luzardo Monday. That's the top of a rotation, Cap. That's a contender's top 3.
Reggie, you are preaching. You are making the chart. You are showing your work. And you are right.
I'm always right, Cap. You just got to call.
Next on the line, Carmine in North Philly.
Jack, Adolis Garcia. Jack, 0 for 3 with a punch-out. Strands a man in the 7th. Strands a man, Jack.
Carmine, we just won 3 in a row.
3 in a row in spite of Adolis Garcia. Jack, not because of him. The man has been brutal at the plate. Jack, pull him. Sit him. Crawford in center, Marsh in right. Somebody else in left. Adolis Garcia's bat is a hole in the lineup.
Carmine, Garcia's been pretty good defensively, and the team did just win 3 games.
Defense don't help you when you got a man on second base in the 7th inning and the bat goes punch out. Craig, defense is what happens between innings. In the 7th, I want bats. I want pop. I want a man coming up there who can put a ball in play.
Carmine, you're not wrong. 0 for 3 is 0 for 3. We'll see how Mattingly handles it Friday in LA.
Mattingly's got to sit him, Jack. Sit him for Friday. Marsh starts in right, Crawford in center. Sosa in left. That's a real outfield. Garcia on the bench until he remembers how to swing.
Sosa's been good, but he is not an everyday outfielder. Carmine.
He was good enough to get hit by a pitch and score the first run today, Craig. He's good enough for me. He's good enough for North Philly.
Carmine, you got your Friday lineup card. We'll see if Mattingly reads the show. Thanks for the call.
And next, Jen in Center City.
Jack, 3-game sweep on the road. Phillies are now 1 game back in the wild card. By Sunday, we are leading the wild card. By next Friday, we are at 500.5. And by the All-Star break, we are tied with the Braves.
You have skipped about 6 weeks of the schedule?
Jack, the schedule is the schedule. We just took 3 from the Padres at their place. We go to LA Friday with Wheeler on the mound. We've got Sánchez throwing zeros for a whole month. The trajectory is set.
Jen, the trajectory does not survive a single bad week.
Craig, the trajectory is set. The vibe has shifted. You don't sweep a contender on the road in May without becoming the team you wanted to be by July.
Jen out-vibing me again. Jen, the trajectory is yours.
Calling it now, Jack. Catch up.
3 calls, 3 angles, 1 big mood. Reggie is counting, Carmine is 1 and a lineup change in spite of a sweep, and Jen is already in July.
Let's walk the game, Jack. Sánchez, 7 innings, 6 hits, 4 singles, and a couple of doubles, no walks, 9 punchouts. He had 100 pitches at the 7, and they pulled him. Jonathan Buehler threw a clean 8th. Alvarado came in the 9th with a 3-0 lead and got Machado swinging. Bogarts on a single, Luriano swinging, Merrill popped out to Bohm. Save number 1 for Alvarado on the year.
Sánchez worked the changeup like a hammer all afternoon, Craig. 86 to 88, dropping out of the zone. The Padres swung over the top of it for 2 hours.
He had 100 pitches by the time the 7th ended, and Mattingly let him finish the inning. That was the right call.
100 pitches with 9 punchouts, Craig. That is 11 pitches per punchout, and the rest were ground balls and weak fly balls. The Padres got 6 hits and no runs. Luriano doubled in the 4th, Merrill doubled in the 7th, and that was the most damage they could muster.
Tatis Jr. went 2 for 4 against him, both singles. Castellanos slapped 1 to left in the 2nd. Merrill had a single and a double. Bogarts struck out twice. Sheets struck out twice. Andujar struck out twice. Andujar struck out twice.
6 punchouts between Sheets, Bogarts, and Andujar. 3 Padres regulars contributed 2 punchouts each. That is a starter taking the heart of an order out behind the woodshed. That was the only call, Craig. You don't yank a man pitching a shutout at 100 pitches in the middle of the 7th. You let him finish.
He had 6 hits on him, Jack. He had a couple of guys at second base. He earned the exit, but he made you sweat for it.
Sweat is what you want in a shutout, Craig. No hitters are boring. A shutout where you got 6 soft singles and 10 ground balls, that is craft. That is veteran pitching.
The offense, nothing through 5. Buehler had 3 hits on him through 5 1/3, and he had to come out on injury delay in the 6th. Mound visit, pitching change. Morjan comes in for him. That changed the game.
Buehler comes out, and Schwarber gets the next swing. With 1 out in the 6th, Crawford had singled. Sosa got hit by pitch. Schwarber pokes a ground ball single to right. Crawford scores. Leads 1-0.
Then Trea Turner grounds into a force out. Sosa scores from third. 2-0.
2-0 and the inning ends, but the door is wide open. Sánchez goes back out, retires the Padres in order. The lead held.
Trea capped it in the 9th. Marinaccio comes in for the 9th. First pitch fastball at 94. Trea hits a fly ball to left, 382 feet. Solo shot, number 7 on the year. 3-0.
First pitch swinging against a fresh reliever in the 9th, Craig. 94-mile-an-hour fastball middle in. Trea sits on it and drives it. That's a hitter taking the at-bat on his terms. He'd already homered in this series. He'd already stolen. He'd already had a 2 RBI night yesterday. And tonight he closes the door with a swing.
The exit velocity was 103.5, Jack. Launch angle 38. 382 to left field.
103 off the bat, Craig, on a first pitch fastball. That is a hitter who saw a pitch he wanted and did not miss. Trea Turner, Craig. 2 days ago, we had Dave on the phone defending him on an 0 for 4. Tonight, he's got 2 homers in the series, 3 RBIs, 2 stolen bases, and the dagger in the ninth. That is a man who hurt us.
He doesn't listen to the show, Jack.
He listens to the air, Craig. The air talks back. One more time on the inbox, jack@thecaptainjackshow.com. You want to chime in on tonight's win, the sweep, Sanchez, the rotation? Write me. I read them all.
Speaking of the air, fellas, did you notice the dirt looked a little different at Petco tonight? In game 1 and 2, it had that loose top layer. All the ground balls were skipping. Tonight, it played true. Smooth hops all the way around. Somebody redressed the infield between games 2 and 3. I'm telling you, the Padres grounds crew is messing with the visiting team, and we just happened to take 3.
Kevin, you said dirt last week, too.
I said dirt last week, and I was right last week, Craig.
Kevin in the booth with the Petco infield conspiracy. Logged. Moving on.
Got the our Phillies game thread up. The live one from this afternoon. People typing in real time. Read them back, Jack.
Read them, Craig.
First, North Coast Toast, quote, "What a play."
North Coast Toast did not specify the play, Craig.
They did not. They just typed it. Could have been any of 15 things this afternoon.
It was probably the Schwarber single. It could have been the Trea ninth inning homer. It could have been Bohm picking a hop. North Coast Toast was hyped. That's all you need to know.
Nat, not about 10, quote, "Garcia cannot be a starting outfielder for a playoff team. I know our OF has been bad every year this run, but he's been brutal trade for Mike Trout. Roll with Trout, Crawford, and Marsh with Garcia as the 4th outfielder for defensive replacements. That's a real playoff OF.
Not about 10 has been on the phone with Carmine Craig.
Not about 10 wants to trade for Mike Trout. Jack, that is a trade you cannot do.
You cannot do it for the contract. You cannot do it for the no trade. You cannot do it because the Angels won't move him. And you cannot do it because Mike Trout will not come east. 4 no's. But the spirit of the take is Garcia has been brutal. And the spirit of the take is correct.
The spirit of the take is correct. And the actual take is impossible. That is the Reddit special.
Bring me the third one.
Magnum Opus 12's, quote, "We have the best pitcher in baseball."
Magnum Opus 12s typed that during the 5th inning, Craig. The bottom of the 5th, Sanchez had just struck out Andujar. Magnum was already drawing up the Cy Young ballot in real time.
May have been a little ahead of the moment.
Magnum was ahead of the moment by 2 innings, and he was right by the end. That is what we call a forecast, Craig.
Forecast that paid off.
3 real-time reactions, all of them landed in the win column. Even Not About 10's impossible trade had a real complaint underneath it. Past and the future, Craig. Who's the alum?
Today's poll, Jack. It's a name we already saw on the field.
Don't say it.
Nick Castellanos.
Oh, the universe, Craig. The universe has a sense of humor.
Padres right fielder this afternoon. Went 1 for 3 off Sanchez. The one was a line drive single to left. Other 2, grounder to short and a grounder back to the box.
1 for 3. And what's the season look like for Mr. Castellanos?
38 games, 113 at-bats, 4 home runs, 19 RBIs. He's hitting 186, on base 218, slugging 336. OPS 554.
186. Slugging 336. Craig, that is a line.
That is a line, Jack.
That is the line. I'm not going to do the bit, Craig. I'm not going to pile on. The numbers do the work. He went out west. He's hitting under 200. And tonight he ran into Cristopher Sánchez and got 1 soft single. That is the whole story.
That is the whole story. 4 home runs in 38 games. He hit 29 for us in 2023.
He did. He is not on that pace now. He is on a pace for 16, 17, somewhere in there. And he's getting the at-bats with a team that is in the playoff race in the West, so it's not a benching. He's playing through it. They're hoping he finds it.
Optimism on a 186.
That's their problem, Craig. Not ours. Move me to the future, Craig.
Same 5 names as last night, Jack. No new lines overnight. Aiden Miller still hasn't been activated at AAA. Gage Wood's still sitting on his 3 innings and 6 punchouts at AA Reading. Rincon still hasn't found a hit at High A. Obermueller still has the 9 ERA. Renteria still hasn't appeared in a game.
One night between starts doesn't change a system, Craig. Gage Wood is still the name. 3 innings, 6 punchouts. I want a second start for that man on the calendar, and then we talk.
We will talk when there is a second line to read.
That is fair, Craig. Future holding steady. Past and future done. Phones back open. Kevin, block 2.
First in block 2, Dave from Bucks County.
Hey, Jack. Hey, Craig. I got to talk about Bryce.
Dave, Bryce went 0 for 4 with a punch-out and a double play.
Jack, Bryce had a ground ball to the right side in the 4th, 84 off the bat, found a glove. The double play wasn't a Bryce double play. That was the second baseman making a play. In the 9th, he put a changeup in play, found a glove. Bryce is locked in. The line is misleading.
Dave, the line is the line.
Craig, the line is the box score, and the box score doesn't always tell you what the hitter saw. Bryce saw the ball today. He just hit into bad luck.
Dave, the man finds a silver linen in a Bryce 0 for 4. That is a hobby and a calling.
Bryce will have 3 knocks Friday in L.A., Jack. Watch.
I'm going to hold you to that, Dave. 3 knocks Friday. Thank you for the call.
Next on the line, Lou from Fairmount.
Hello, Craig. Sanchez today, 100 pitches, 7 innings. I've been watching it.
Lou, talk to me.
100 pitches in 1968 got you the 8th inning, Jack. 100 pitches got you the 9th sometimes. Trea, 100 pitches got him to the 7th, and they pulled him with the shutout intact. That's the modern game.
Lou, he had thrown 100 pitches by the time they got the 3rd out in the 7th, and Mattingly took him out before the 8th. That's standard usage now.
I know, Craig. I know it's standard. In 1968, you'd send him out for the 8th. He'd throw 15 more pitches. He'd finish the shutout. He'd shake hands, and we'd all go home. Teddy the man throws 7 shutout innings, hands the ball over to 2 relievers, 2 clean innings, save. 3 pitchers for 9 clean. We used to do it with 1.
Lou, you got me there. A complete game shutout would have been something tonight.
Sanchez had it in him, Jack. He had the stuff. He had the count. They just don't do it anymore.
They don't. Lou, thanks for the call.
And finally, Dolores and Manayunk.
Dear Craig,
Dolores, find the cloud.
a sweep on the road, Jack. 3 games. The Padres scored 3 runs the whole series. You should be worried.
Dolores, that is a thing you should be happy about.
It is a peak, Craig. It is a peak. When you peak in May, you have nowhere to climb in August. The team that sweeps the Padres in May is the team that gets swept in August. It happens every year.
Dolores, that is the most depressing red on a sweep I have ever heard.
I'm only telling you what the calendar tells me. 3 wins in May is a check the team will cash in August. They always do.
Dolores has time traveled to August to take a sweep away from us. That is a talent.
Just remembering the seasons, Craig. They look the same every year.
Dolores from Manayunk, the serene cloud over our parade. Thank you for the call, dear.
Dolores has a calendar memory, Jack.
She does. Every May win is an August loss in her ledger. That's a system that always returns a doom.
The system that always returns a doom is a system that gets a hit every year.
That is fair, Craig. That is fair. 6 callers, 6 angles, and Dolores doomed to sweep in May. That's the show.
That is the show. Hot takes from the masses, Jack. Our Phillies post-game thread, 3 of them, and all 3 are about Sánchez. I'll just read them.
Bring 'em.
First, Mike MacBlue, quote, entire generations have lived and died since the last time what Sanchez is doing happened. That's crazy to think about.
Mike MacBlue! Generations is exactly the right word, Craig. Grover Cleveland Alexander set that record in 1911 and held it for 115 years. Pete Alexander died in 1950. He died before color television. Entire generations came and went, and that record stayed on his name. Until tonight.
Mike MacBlue typed that before the record fell, Jack. He was already in the right ballpark.
Mike MacBlue was prophetic. Craig! That is a sentence I can put on the side of a building.
Phillies record from the William Howard Taft administration. It survived 2 world wars, the Great Depression, the moon landing, free agency, the steroid era, and the analytics era. It did not survive Cristopher Sánchez on a Wednesday afternoon in San Diego.
Cole Hamels couldn't do it, Craig. Kurt Schilling couldn't do it. Roy Halladay couldn't do it. Cliff Lee couldn't do it. Steve Carlton couldn't do it. 115 years of Phillies pitchers, and Cristopher Sánchez is the man who took it.
Lou from Fairmount probably remembers Alexander on the mound personally, Jack.
Lou Fairmount remembers Alexander and the price of a hot dog at Baker Bowl and what the day felt like in 1911. Lou should call back.
Next, Paraplat 99, quote, Sanchez 0 runs allowed in the month of May.
0 runs in May, Craig. 5 starts, 39 innings, 45 punchouts, 3 walks, whip under 1. That is not a stat line. That is a pitcher in a different gear.
A different gear is right.
Last one.
Fanatic fan, quote, hard to believe Sánchez is the same guy that was getting flustered with runners on base a few short years ago. His development has been unbelievable. And the cherry on top is we have him signed through 2032.
Through 2032, Craig. Cristopher Sánchez is a Philly through 2032, and he is pitching like the best version of himself in 2026. Fanatic fan, you are singing my song.
Fanatic fan made a point about contract years, Jack. The point landed.
The point landed and the song played. 3 Reddit takes, 3 Sánchez worship moments, and they are all earned. All 3 takes, same subject. That is what a 7-inning shutout will do to a fan base.
That is what a calendar month of 0 earned runs will do, Jack. The thread was probably half Sánchez tributes and half people typing the same line in different fonts.
It deserves it, Craig. When was the last time you saw the post-game thread converge on one player? Not split, not arguing. All 3 takes, same subject. The masses are united. That's a once-a-year occurrence on our Phillies.
It's a once-a-year occurrence anywhere, Jack.
Anywhere, Craig! Anywhere! Phillies fans don't agree on anything. And tonight they agreed that Cristopher Sánchez is the best pitcher in baseball. I'd be more moved by it if I had a setting for moved.
You don't. But you came close.
I came as close as I get, Craig. You know what, Craig? I want to call him.
Call who?
Sánchez. I want to call Cristopher Sánchez and just say thanks for the afternoon.
He's going to pick up the phone at 5 Pacific time after a 7-inning shutout. Sure.
Kevin, dial the man.
Yeah, hello?
Christopher! Captain Jack here. Am I speaking to Cristopher Sánchez?
Yeah, today I am. Yeah. What's up?
Christopher! 7 shutout innings this afternoon! 9 punchouts! 44 2/3 in the streak. You broke a record that stood since 1911. How'd the changeup feel?
The changeup felt good, Jack. Stay down. Honestly, I was trying not to think about it too much.
5 starts, no earned runs in May. That's a number.
Yeah, that's nice. Listen, fellas, I gotta keep this quick. I got class in 20 minutes.
Class.
Yeah, I run a salsa class on Wednesday nights. 40 students. We got a competition coming up in 2 weeks, and the lifts ain't where they need to be. There's a guy in the back row, Jack. He keeps putting his hand on the wrong shoulder for the crossbody lead. I got to drill it with him before warm-up.
You teach a salsa class.
Wednesdays and Saturdays. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Hey, Cap, I gotta run. The music's gonna start without me, and the couple in the back is paying month to month. I can't keep them waiting. Appreciate the call, fellas.
Cristopher, congratulations on the shutout. Go teach.
Yeah, bye.
I think that might have been the fake Cristopher Sánchez, Jack.
I had my suspicions, Craig. I had him early. Sánchez does not teach salsa on Wednesdays.
Sánchez does not teach salsa on any day.
He should, though. The man's got the rhythm. 100 pitches, 67 strikes. He's counting an 8 on the mound. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, with the changeup on the count of 7.
He throws the changeup on a lot of counts, Jack.
He throws it on every count, Craig, and they still can't hit it. That is the bit. We're drawing to a close. Time for the Callers walk-off. Kevin, line him up. 1 take, 1 swing. You're up for the walk-off. Swing!
10-3 over 3 games. Cap. 3-1 ratio. Contender shape.
Next at the plate, swing.
Kershaw sits Friday. I'll bet the house.
Step in, swing.
Wild card lead by Sunday, Jack. Take it to the bank.
Walk off, swing.
Bryce has 3 Friday in LA. 3. Write it down.
You're up, swing.
100 pitches, and they take the shutout off him. 68.
Last one, swing.
The team that peaks in May. You remember.
Lights out on the walk-off, folks. That's the show, Philadelphia. Phillies 3, Padres nothing. A sweep at Petco. Cristopher Sánchez throws the game of his life and takes the Phillies franchise scoreless streak record from Grover Cleveland Alexander. 115 years after the man said it. Trea Turner caps the 9th. The bullpen holds. We are 29-27, second in the East, 1 game back in the wild card. Off day Thursday. Then Friday night, Zach Wheeler against Justin Robles Key in LA at Dodger Stadium, 10:15 Eastern. One more time, Jack at thecaptainjackshow.com. Write in. Tell me where Sánchez ranks now that he has the record. Tell me what Garcia's doing in left. Tell me Dolores is wrong about the August collapse. I'll read them all.
Off day Thursday. Friday night, Wheeler at Dodger Stadium. Phillies on a 3-game winning streak.
Until Friday night, Philadelphia. Stay loud, get loud. The broom is out.
Stay loud.